Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Make More Sales Show with Ashley Kirkwood. I'm so glad that you all are here. I am so glad that you all are here. Let me make sure y'all can see my shirt because, child, it's a look. Okay, I know y'all aren't used to seeing me in like a t-shirt, but I just had to rock my God Ain't Petty, but I Am shirt. If y'all had just listened to Black women, amen, amen. Okay, anyways, really excited to be here today. We have an awesome show. We have some folks in the ring. Yes, yes, really excited. Really excited, you guys. So if you are here, drop hello in the building. If you are here, drop hello in the building. And if you are joining us on Instagram, you're gonna want to join us on YouTube. So comment YouTube, and I will send you the link to join us there for a better viewing experience. Okay. Now, if you are new here, you've never been to this show before, please know it's the only show where we use our strategies to actually show y'all how to make more sales. We're gonna bring up some entrepreneurs who have some sales questions, and in real time, we are going to help them to make more sales live in the room right now. So I'm excited about that, and these folks are already in the ring, so I'm excited y'all joined early. We're in the building. We're ready to go. We're ready to get it together. So I'm going to be bringing them up in just a second. Let me introduce myself. I am Ashley Kirkwood. I run a company called Speak Your Way to Cash. We help experts make more sales, and we literally, y'all, I personally done over $11 million in sales. And that's just in like this business. Like we have done millions of dollars in sales for all of the companies that I worked for. Before I was a lawyer, I was actually in sales. And then I went to law school, graduated cum laude from Northwestern to become a lawyer. Ended up getting a job at one of the richest law firms in the world, left a $300,000 job to start this business. So I know a thing or two about a thing or two. I've run two companies up, a law firm and a consulting firm. And I'm very good at what I do. But I can show you better than I can tell you. So let me properly introduce myself, and we'll be right back after this.
Are you ready?
Doubt is a mental barrier. The only way doubt becomes a physical barrier is if I let it impact my decision.
And everybody know the story of David and Goliath, but this is bigger than triumph. This is for the warrior. This is for you and I. This is for euphoria. Give me a peace of mind. God is recording this. Won't you look in the sky?
Ashley Kirkwood left a very successful job to launch her own business.
She's the founder of Mobile General Counsel.
One of the baddest sisters that I know.
I'm here to talk to you about confidence, money, strategy, commitment, perfection, purpose, possibility.
What does failure mean? It doesn't exist. It's a figment of your imagination. The only way it's a failure on Monday is if you decide to not try again on Tuesday.
This is how we view the corporate ladder. With every step you took, you just wanted more of their validation. These are the stumbling blocks that you all had to come over. Lack, doubt, skepticism, insecurity. And if you make it from a certain spot, go back further, shoot it again. All of a sudden, what was once too heavy, I was able to lift.
I'm about to introduce.
Join me in welcoming
Our next guest.
our legal expert, author, and the founder of Speak Your Way to Cash, Ashley Kirkwood. Ashley Kirkwood.
Ashley Kirkwood.
Ashley Kirkwood.
Ashley Kirkwood.
Ashley Kirkwood.
Ashley Kirkwood. Ashley Kirkwood.
Ashley Kirkwood!
All right, we're back, and we're ready to roll. Okay, so first of all, just so we're all on the same page here, I want to make sure that you all understand this one thing before we even get started, before we even bring up our wonderful people in the wings. We have Kylia and Dr. Brandy. We're going to bring you guys up in a minute. Let me explain, y'all. Okay, listen to me very good on this. If you are not focused every day on making sales in your business, you are wasting time. You should be selling before your product is ready, when your product is ready, after your product is good. I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs on the daily, and I have a coaching team, so I talk to our coaching team about the entrepreneurs. And let me tell you right now, baby, entrepreneurs come to our calls and they be like, well, I'm just really focused on getting the product right. Well, I'm just really focused on blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm just really focused on this. I'm just really focused on that. Let me be very clear. It's 2026. It's wild out here right now. If you are not focused every day on making money in your business, you don't have a business. You have a hobby that's costing you money every day. You need to focus every day on making money in your business. Well, Ashley, what about operations? I'm focused on delivering to the customers. I'm focused on doing this. I'm focused on doing that. Blah, 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 blah. I'm focused on my website. Ain't nobody coming to the website. Okay? The only way people come to your website, babes, is if you drive traffic to your website. How are you driving traffic? Do you run ads? Oh, I tried ads once and they didn't work. So you ain't focusing on marketing. You ain't focusing on selling. You focused on your product, but you ain't telling nobody about your product but yourself. So who buying your product but you? Are you buying your own product? Are you making yourself a millionaire? I don't get it. It's illogical. And do you want to know who I normally hear this from? It's us. Sisters, it's us. I hear it from us. I don't hear it from the fellas. My guy clients be like, so what do I got to do? What's the play? How do I make it work? What's the numbers? What's the money? For some reason, women have been conditioned to believe since we were kids that we're not good at math. We're not good at science. That's why we're severely represented in STEM fields. But what if I told you if you like spending money, then you're good at math? If you like spending money, you're good at math. If you like making money, you're good at math, okay? And the numbers aren't adding up. You have 24 hours in a day. That's a number. This is the yap session. Y'all know I'm going to get into y'all before we do these hot seats. 24 hours in a day. That's 24. Everybody drop 24 in the comments, okay? 24 hours in a day. 8 of those hours, you're going to sleep, okay? So let's do 24 minus 8. Where we at now? We got 16 hours. Okay, so we got 16 hours to make something shake. 16 hours to make something shake. What are you doing with your 16 hours every single day? Well, let's say you eat 3 square meals a day, and for all 3 of them meals, you take an hour off. You don't really need that much time, but that's fine. So now we had 13 hours to make something shake. Well, Ashley, I got kids. I got to put my kids to sleep. I got to pick them up from school. I got to drop them off. I got to drive to work. Okay, well, that's minus 4 hours. So now we down to 9 hours. Okay, cool. So you got 9 hours to make something shake. Oh, but Ashley, I got to scroll on social. I got to waste time. Okay, let's say you do that for 2 hours a day. Well, we still at 7 hours a day. Well, I got to get dressed. I got to wake up. I got to brush my teeth. Okay, cool. So now we down to 6 hours a day. If all you said was, Ashley, all I got is 6 hours a day to make something shake, you need to be spending 3 of those hours on making sales. What do you mean making sales? Reaching out to people who can pay you real American dollars or whatever the currency of your choice is. I know we got some London folks, we got some pounds, we got some folks from Ghana, we got some Nigerian folks on here. I get it. We're global at Speak Your Way to Cash, and I love that for us. Whatever your currency of choice is, you better be spending at minimum 3 hours to make something shake. How many of you guys know you can spend 3 hours on that? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I were to pitch 250 people today, it would take me about an hour to get those emails out. I use a tool called HubSpot to get those emails out. You can use a tool called Instantly to get those emails out. You can use a tool called Apollo to get those emails out. 2 hours is too much to scroll, but y'all be scrolling longer than that. But I'm just going to say 2 hours to be conservative. That's just an average, right? But like, you still have time to get that out. And then you have another 3 hours to handle ops, to deal with your clients, to do what you need to do. Now, this is the purpose of having a team. And you're like, well, my team isn't doing that. My team is doing everything but that. My team is busy doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Well, then then they got to go. Do you want to? There's 2 levels to business. There's our surviving businesses. They're just trying to survive. Then there's businesses that want to thrive. Businesses that want to thrive require a level of intensity that I am not seeing exhibited out here right now. It's giving soft. It's giving we don't really care if it works or not. It's giving we've lost hope that we could really scale a company. And that is a problem. If your mind isn't right, your body won't move correctly. You have to understand that right now, in today's day and age, you could build a business bigger than anything you've ever built in your entire life. It is still possible for you. People are still buying. They are. We sold 170 tickets to Black Women Sell Live in 17 hours. The most tickets we've ever sold at any other time period, including the pandemic. What does that mean? But, that's the highlight. We've done more to sell those tickets than we've ever done any other year. So what does that tell me? Y'all see my muscle? Do y'all see this muscle? I'm sorry. I just got distracted because your girl don't only have her arms out on camera. Are y'all see? Lord, let me go lift today because this muscle it's giving tough time for tough girls, you know what I mean? But like, you literally have to go out and get it. You have to go out and get after it. And everyone telling you, oh, it's not supposed to be hard. Oh, it won't be hard. Oh, but they're lying to you. They're lying to you. If you don't put in the work, you're not supposed to get the results because only by putting in the work are you strong enough to handle the results. There's a reason why when I go to the gym, my trainer isn't like, okay, start off, do your warm-up set by lifting 250 pounds. No, I grew to lifting 250 pounds. But in the beginning, he was like, okay, just lift 5, just lift 10, just lift 15. And what you all don't realize about your businesses is when in the beginning, when it's small, it's supposed to be small in the beginning so that you can learn how to handle 1 client before you get 50. So you can learn how to handle 50 clients before you get 1,000. So you can learn how to handle 1,000 clients before you get 10,000. What if your first week in business, you had 10,000 clients? You wouldn't be able to handle it. And you wouldn't be able to handle it because you didn't know how to handle one. You didn't know how to go from 1 to 50. You didn't know how to go from 50 to 1,000. You don't know how to go from 1,000 to 10,000. The problem with entrepreneurs is they're at the beginning of the stairs desiring 10,000 customers with the work ethic and with the muscle to carry one. And you got the work ethic and the muscle to carry one because you won't do the work. The work is what prepares you to get the wealth that you say you want. If you get the wealth without doing the work, you won't hold the wealth. That's why a large percentage of people who win the lottery get broke quick. You got to manage $1 before you manage 50. You got to manage 50 before you manage 1,000. Why? That's the same reason why parents who give their children money, who give their children all these things, their children typically cannot steward it if they were not taught how to steward it their entire lives. You think you want to get rich quick. It's an easy way to get broke fast because you won't be able to hold it. I'm not trying to get something quick that I can just I get it, then I lose it. I get it, then I lose it. No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. No, that's not what we want, okay? So I want you all to take this and take it to heart and understand that I love y'all. I want you all to win. I'm giving it up for y'all who are still in the game of business. You got to be in the ring of business. You got to be in the ring of business. And because I love y'all so much on the Make More Sales Show, for the first time ever, we are going to do something we've never done before. Let me get my links up. Oh, thank you, Marvick. I appreciate you because I sure was looking for it. We are doing something totally brand new, y'all. Y'all know we always got surprises. Let's do a drum roll. Here's what we're going to do. So you all know that the ticket sales, the Justice ticket sale, flash sale, it ended, right? And so it ended, y'all ate that thing up, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We are releasing something. It's kind of like a flash sale, but not really. But just while this show is live, you all can get your tickets for Black Women Sell Live. You all can get your Justice tickets, okay? I'm gonna put the link in the comments. This link is only gonna be available while the show is live. Y'all see that hour? It's only this, once this show is over, once I close this YouTube today, you will not be able to go to this page. blackwomenselevent.com/makemoresales-show-live. It's a special link just while we are live today. You can get your ticket, not for $197 because that sale is over, but for $199. So we had to raise it a little bit so we could stay in integrity. But $199, you can get your ticket right now for Black Women Sell Live. But once this show is over, it's over. Say thank you in the comments because your girl didn't have to do it. She didn't have to do it, but we did something special just for you guys here. So we're going to bring up our first guest, Dr. Khalilah. We're going to bring you on. Oh, wait, you just left. We were just about to bring you on. Where'd you go? All right, let's see. Okay, there you go. All right, here we go. I see you. All right, awesome. Come on up. Let's get you in. How's it going? So we're going to bring up our guest. All right, and turn me down in the back.
Sorry, I just turned it off. It was lagging a bit.
No worries. Okay, so let everyone know what you do, what you sell, and what you made in business last year.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Khalilah Woodley Jones. I'm the founder of From Craft to Cash. I help crafters and creatives that know how to make everything but money. And last year, I hit my first $1 million year.
Yes, love that. Okay, awesome. And what is your biggest sales bottleneck right now?
My biggest sales bottleneck is just being consistent with the cycle. And I heard you saying that today, like we can't stop. We have to always keep going for the sales. So fixing the things as we go. Also just that price thing. So right now I'm looking to reprice my program because my birthday special went so great. I'm thinking of, I want to bring the price all the way down to get more people in top of funnel and then upsell them once I can spend more time nurturing them.
Okay, awesome. And so what price did you do for your birthday sale?
So I did $40 for their first month. That's for my low ticket. And I did $40 for their first month. And I could not believe, like just trying something new, what that looked like in terms of price. I mean, we actually had 65 people sign up on that call. And then we were able to upsell several of them into annual. And I'll go back and upsell many of them into my higher ticket as well.
Okay. And how much is annual?
Annual it was $1,500. I'm probably going to bring it down to like $1,000. I'm trying to put some more space in between like my annual and then my high ticket program so that we really see and feel that value.
You probably just need to raise the price of your high ticket program though. What's your high ticket program?
It's like $4,500.
Okay, yeah. So okay, it's cool. So the thing is, you have a funnel, which is great. Now, for everyone listening in, I don't recommend you all who have made $0 to have all of the different prices. But right now we have you said $40, right? And then they're upsold to annual for $9.97.
Yeah, so it's $40 a month for their first month, and then it goes up to $99. That program used to be $199. But that program is built out, like it's pretty much a lot of that work is done. So it doesn't require more of me. And if I can get more people to just buy in and get in the room, I know that I can upsell them.
Okay. Well, every market is different in terms of price efficiency. When we had a program that was $199 a month, that was too low for our ideal avatar. So even though people were coming in and buying it, they weren't ascending. So you need to know for your audience, like if they'll go from 40 to 4,000, then that could work. But if at $40 a month, you're just not getting the caliber that you need, you may need to raise it to $99 if you're going to make your high ticket program $10K. Which I would say at minimum, it should be $10K. It probably should be $20K. And then you could do specials on it where you can release it for $10K or $15K at different points in time. But you definitely want to make sure that it is at least at $10K. At minimum over here, like this would be $10K. But are they going from 40 to 4,500? Do you know what percentage is converting from here to here?
Well, we just started that part of it, but what I have learned looking at the data is that even though I'm doing challenges and JVs and ads and everything else, most of the people that are upgrading are coming from that program. So the conversion rate is so much, it's just easier. I don't even have to sell hard. I get them on the call and I'm like, hey guys, we're opening up the doors to this program again. Y'all know what it is. You've seen the results from the people in the community.
But that's the problem.
That's
the problem, Dr. Kylea, and turn me down a little bit because they said it's a little bit of an echo. The problem is, you guys, and this is a really good point for everyone here, it's always easier to sell your warm audience. But when you want to scale your business, you have to get really proficient at selling a cold audience. And so in order to do that, you either need to fix the funnel, meaning what they're seeing on the ads. It could be the ads, it could be the copy on the page, it could be what you're actually saying in your pitch. Most people I see just aren't pitching long enough, or they just aren't leveraging the skill of pitching. Like they're not going through all of the processes that is required to get someone cold to buy. I recently saw a pitch this past week and it was like 15 minutes and I was just like, what's happening here? Where is the pitch? This is not a pitch, honey. A pitch is a pitch. Like, even when you look at Steve Jobs, when he's releasing the new iPhone, he's up there for like an hour, 30 minutes. Like, he is explaining it. There is drama. There is a stage. We have to get proficient at selling people who are cold. If we don't, then absolutely everyone has to be sold warm. And that can happen, but then you're relying on warm content. You're relying on organic methods, and it becomes a little bit more challenging to scale it quicker. It's just going to be a longer road to go. So it's just like, how fast do you want to grow it?
Yes. Let me log back in to Pitch Your Way to Cash and get to work. And I will be front and center at the event because it does make a big difference. When I got some feedback from my last challenge, they were like, did you seriously just get up there and go through the offer one time? Like, you need to do more seating throughout.
Yes.
It's just a lot of work that needs to be done there. So I definitely will be front and center.
Yes, and you already have a warm audience, so it'll be easier too, because they'll be in the chat like, this is amazing, here's why this is amazing, even calling them up and saying, hey, what made you join? So we'll demonstrate that right now. You have your ticket to Black Women Sell Live. What made you get your ticket?
Because selling is essential. It is the number one thing. If we do not sell, we do not make money. So at first I told myself, oh, this is so different. I don't do corporate sales. This is not my area. And then I start listening and applying, even going to your book. Like in the book, you completely changed my mindset on what it looked like to receive rejection. And I start looking for the yeses instead of only crying because of the no's. And then I realized it's a numbers game. And then I understood it was a conversions game. And then I realized how many people I need to bring in top of funnel to reach my goals. And that really just helped me ascend. So in terms of buying my ticket, it's just essential because no matter what we're selling, if we're selling as entrepreneurs, we need to learn how to sell.
Yes, every entrepreneur needs to learn how to sell, and I love that. We're probably doing a breakfast for 7-figure women, so I'll make sure you get an invite for that. It'll be great, and I'll see you there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys, this is amazing. I'm so excited. If you do not know what we're talking about, you do not know what Black Women Sell Live is, what is this big event about? What are we talking about? Our events are typically thousands of dollars to get in the room. We have sponsors this year. We have more sponsors this year than we've ever had before. We've closed 6 figures in sponsorships for this event alone based on just sending out one pitch of 250 people. We were able to land 6 figures in sponsorships in 6 weeks' time. That is why I be telling y'all to pitch, to do what I'm saying to do. But you all just heard it yourself from another 7-figure business owner. She's still coming to learn sales and to go deeper and to go better and stronger and harder in her sales for her business. And she's already making $1 million in business. So I don't know why, if you're not or if you are, you too do not have your ticket to Black Women Sell Live. So check out what this event is so that you can meet us there in September. And by the way, please know you can only get your ticket for the $199 while we are live, and it's for the Justice ticket. That's the ticket beneath General. So you can always upgrade later, but at least get in the room.
Ooh, I don't need y'all either. Ooh, don't wanna talk about it. Ooh, like I don't know nobody. Like I don't know nobody. I guess I don't. Oh, you mad, huh? Oh, you mad, huh? Whoa, oh, you mad, huh?
Anybody tired of making excuses as to why your client chose somebody else? Anybody sick of the market determining their revenue? Anybody tired of letting people's opinions of you determine your own?
If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, the least of the seeds, work with that. Work with it. Believe him for something and then take the next step.
Everything that you have gone through in your life is exactly the reason why you will be successful. There is not a downtrodden situation, a familial abuse, a personal attack that will not equip you for your next level. If you look at the stories of a lot of champions, they get dark because champions had to be cultivated to be strong. And the very trial that you're saying is a curse is probably the weight that is coming to make you strong.
We do not have to settle. We do not have to be manipulated. We can have anything we want as soon as we want it. How many of you are truly ready to make this your time?
I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
If I see something that's not right, I call. If I'm confused, I call. If I can't do it alone, I call. Calling is strong. Calling is brave. Calling is how we grow.
Failure is a necessary ingredient in the recipe for success. And so the minute you embrace failure and understand that you fail forward, then nothing can hold you back.
I am not LeBron James, all right? Come on now.
The only way you can win is with the threat of losing. So you have to have that threat of losing. It is not wins and losses, it is wins and lessons.
I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend to tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
All right. You all see the vibes. This is not something you want to miss. So we're going to call up Dr. Brandy Peer next. Dr. Brandy, what's going on? Welcome to the Make More Sales Show. Let us know what you do, who you sell to, and what you did in business last year. And just turn us down on your other computer or mute us on your other computer. Hello? All right. Are you able to?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, glad you're here. Can you turn us off on your other device?
Yes. So Okay. So For me, I am a leadership and career coach, and I help Black women pretty much get out of their own way. And I know that's like basically simple, but I help women in higher ed get promoted without burning out, targeting 5 self-sabotaging behaviors. And for me, in terms of sales, so I just moved to Atlanta, so I will definitely be at Black Women Sales Live. And so I'm really just kind of just now doing first time full time entrepreneur right now. So the sales I think last year when I was doing it part time was probably around 25,000.
Okay.
So obviously I'd love to quadruple that.
Yeah, of course. So we want to do at least 100K. You probably could do 100K this year. In terms of getting clients, what's your process for getting clients right now? How are you getting clients right now? Hello? Okay, I think we lost you, Dr. Brandy.
So right now, and that's literally my struggle. I'm posting content, I'm doing, right now just posting content, but it's not hitting. I know it's not hitting. I do have a 5-day challenge next week.
How many people are signed up? Okay, so it seems like, all right, so let's do this. So it seems like right now you're posting content, but you're not actively selling. You're posting content, but you're not actively selling. So first things first, when it comes to posting content, you all, how many of you are like posting content and that's how you get clients? Drop content in the comments.
7 so far.
Okay, awesome. 7 are registered. All right, cool. So here's the thing. Content is like a commercial. Have you ever watched a commercial and like ran out of your house, left your house and bought something? No, that's not what people typically do. Can content sell for you? Yes. But if we have 5,000 people registered for an event, content makes up like 20 of the sales. So we would not have a multi-million-dollar business if we were relying on content alone. Content helps to validate when we're running ads and doing other things. Now, if you're going to run content, you need to find 100 competitors in your field. And out of those 100 competitors in your field, you want to make sure that of the 100 competitors that you find, you are looking at all of their content, you're looking at what they're posting, the style of posting, and you're not gonna copy it. You're going to look at it to figure out what's hitting and what's not, and you're looking for trends and themes, and you're actually looking for what you don't agree with that they're posting, what you agree with that they're posting, and you're gonna make content strategically based on what works. So you need a content bank of what's working and what's happening right now. Secondly, you need to get active. Get active means you need to pitch. So you need to find 1,000 women who are in higher education, and you need to pitch to them directly and say, hey, I'm Dr. Brandy. I can help you get promoted. Are you looking to get promoted in higher education, or are you comfortable with the role that you have? That will be my opening question. If they say they're looking to get promoted, I'd love to do a promotions audit with you where we analyze how you can get promoted and how I can help. It's no cost for the audit, but it'll help me to evaluate whether or not I can actually help you. So that's number 2. Number 3, I would be speaking at every single conference where higher education professionals go, and I would speak whether it was free or paid, and I would be getting all of them to do a sales call with me. So when it comes to how are we going to make money in our business, we're gonna do all 3 of those strategies every single day aggressively. And aggressively means if I say you should pitch 50 people, you should pitch 4 times as many. You should pitch 200. Because in the beginning, you're not as good at pitching as you will be in 3 months when you come to the event. Also, since you have your ticket to Black Women Sell Live, come to the pre-event workshops. Every Thursday, there is a pre-event workshop for Black Women Sell Live attendees that you can come to right away, and you can start getting some of your questions answered about selling and marketing and operations, depending on the topic for that week. And those are live. They're not pre-recorded, and they're with some of our clients actually lead those sessions. They're very good. They're extreme experts. We vet everyone who speaks, and so that will be great. So all the way up until the event for the next 3 months, we want you all making money, making sales, getting active. And if you have a VIP ticket, you have an AI tool that can actually help you to write your DM scripts and your sales scripts so that when you're on those calls, you're not left alone. So hopefully that was helpful. I know I had you muted here. I'm going to bring you off mute and see if we got you live. Now, what made you get your ticket to Black Women Sell Live? I think you have a delay. Okay, Dr. Brandy, you said that you are new to Atlanta. So we're going to give it up for Dr. Brandy. Give it up for her. Give it up for her. Give it up for her. Yeah, her connection was a little delayed. That's okay. Let's see if we can get Monet up here and see if we can get her on the screen. Monet, what's going on? Can you hear me?
There we go. Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So Monet, welcome to the stage. Kick us off with some good news. What made you get your ticket to Black Women Sell Live? Have you been following us for a while, or did you just find us recently?
I want to say I've been following you for a while, but I did not know what this was. And then I started seeing more ads on social media. And with the ads on social media, I started watching the YouTube. And I just felt like, let me step out of my comfort zone. I'm doing this by myself. I just went to a woman's brunch, and it was like, sometimes it's good to just go to an event by yourself, so then you can dissolve all the information at one time.
And network. That's amazing. Okay, great. What would you say to someone who's on the fence? They don't want to come alone. They're waiting for their friends to come with them. How did you get the courage to come alone?
I think sometimes you got to step out your comfort zone and not be, like, even if you're in fear of it, just do it. Don't overdo it, and just do it.
I love that. I love that. All right, awesome. So let us know what you do, who you sell to, and what you did in business last year.
Honestly, excuse me, sorry. I actually own a craft shop. I'm actually a year shy of making a year as a brick and mortar. I'm Emma Shanti Craft Shop. I've been in business doing this, but more likely vendoring before I became full-time a brick and mortar. We basically service families in our community. We're out here in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. We host different events as well as teach young kids and anyone that wants to do anything like scrapbooking, candle making, crochet, and that sort. So being that it's still fairly new, I would say we're still trying to figure out what our our revenue point is. I mean, I think it's a little under 5K that we've made last year, but everything honestly is me pouring into the business.
And not into the sales as of right now?
Well, sales, I'm still marketing myself. I just did a billboard with a group of people that's in the same shopping mall that I'm in. I'm in a magazine called The Menu Magazine. So I'm doing marketing as well as I do certain ads on social media. And I know people are seeing me on social media as well, because I have, like, occasionally when I throw events, I have customers that come in, but I feel like it's not a consistent thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm sitting there and nobody shows up. And I have put all this time into supplying all the supplies.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
Monet?
ma'am.
Okay, and are you comfortable with me coaching you?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
first of all, let's give it up for Monet. Let's give it up for Monet. So let me ask you, and I want to ask y'all in the audience, when is the last time you all saw a billboard and bought something? Drop it in the comments if you have. Drop yes if you have, no if you haven't. And when's the last time you bought something from a magazine? Drop yes if you have, no if you haven't, right? I have never bought anything from a billboard. I've never bought anything from a magazine. I have bought something from paid advertising. Are you using Google ads or Facebook ads?
I'm doing Google and I'm doing Facebook.
Okay, awesome. So with Google and Facebook ads, if you're not seeing conversions there, then that means that your ad targeting and your ad creative needs work. So we do numbers from Facebook ads. Every dollar we put in, we get about $11 out at the end of the year when we look at the success of our ads. So you got to look at your ad targeting and your ad creative, and if it's speaking to your ideal consumer. And then I assume you're targeting locally, right?
That's my mostly right now, yes.
Okay, so two things come to mind. One, if you're targeting locally, the messaging isn't pulling them in or asking them to give you the lead, like their name, their email, their phone number. You need an angle for what you do. So if I can have a birthday party at your shop and do a candle making class for my girlfriends, or candle making for my kid's birthday, or crocheting or scrapbooking at the end of the school year, those need to be visually represented in the ads. So instead of an ad that's just like, come see me, it's like, hey, it's the end of the school year. We typically fill up fast, but we could do scrapbooking of all the activities your kids have made all year. So we're taking classes right now. Like, we're doing classes. Or it's like, hey, why, for your kid's birthday, instead of having them to go play, why don't we do a crochet class where they get to build their own jackets, or they build their own blankets, or they build their own whatever. Or you and your girls do a crochet class. How about doing some knitting with tea or knitting and wine? Like, really show them how they can bring a group in, and you can get group sales. The other thing is professional development at corporations. So they're always looking for team building activities, crocheting, candle making, especially if they're organic. All of that can be team activities that corporations do at scale. So for 200, 300, 400 people, they can either come into your shop if they're local, or you can go to them if they're not local. But even if they're not local, if they're paying $25,000 to $50,000 for you to come out and do it, it could be a phenomenal activity for them. It could be great for your business, and it allows you to get rid of a lot of product. So I would be thinking of ways to make this something that can be scalable, where I can sell it in bulk, and I only need 2 or 3 contracts for the year. Because if I can get, like, even if we have a $25K package, if I could get 4 of those packages, that's $100,000 right there. And how do you get those packages? You're not going to do billboards and magazines and that kind of thing. You're going to pitch the company directly. So you're going to pitch directly to the HR director at a company, and you're going to ask ChatGPT, what are 15 other titles for HR director? Mm-hmm. You're going to use a tool called Apollo to actually find all of their emails, I think it's APPOLLO, but Marvick will drop the link to it. It may be APOLLO. And then you're going to email them, and you're going to ask them to do a sales call with you. And your goal is to be on 3 to 5 sales calls every single week. Similarly, when you're running ads, you want to get their name, their email, their phone number, and pick up the phone and call them.
Okay.
Every day, you need to be calling people who can come in. Like, you have to go out and get business into that store. And so your local ads can do that for you. It's like, hey, if you're submit a birthday party interest form to see if we have your date. And always, when you're getting people on your email list, collect their birthday and try to get them to do their birthday party at your event. So that's something local. That's a local strategy. But your national strategy, the way that you aren't limited to your local location, is by offering these professional development trainings for large organizations and small organizations alike, where they can make candles as a group, they can do crocheting as a group, whatever crafts you have available. They could make yearbooks as a company, like for all their accomplishments. They can do all kinds of things that you can now offer to them. So we really want to think through, what are the ways in which we can creatively sell our services in bulk so that I can have less customers and make more money consistently. Is that helpful?
Very helpful. Thank you.
And whenever someone comes to you with a marketing proposition and they're like, oh, Monet, I want you to be in this magazine, I'd be like, oh, great. What's the ROI? So the last company like mine that was in this magazine, how much did they make? How many leads did they get? How soon should I be able to see the leads? How long will it take for me to actually make this work? Because, yeah, billboards are great, but I'll tell you what we did. We had a billboard, and I had the billboard. I had a drone that flew around the billboard and me in it, and I took that billboard and I ran an ad to it on Facebook. So I knew that the visual would be a showstopper for my Facebook ad, and so it made sense for me to do it. But otherwise, I would not have had a billboard, because that billboard alone got us 0 signups. Only way it got me any signups was when I took that visual of me having the billboard and celebrating, and I ran a Facebook ad to it. So if you do a billboard strategy, you have to have the strategy where it's like, okay, this billboard is cool. People like seeing it. They'll celebrate you for having it, but they won't buy from you unless it is in the format where they actually buy, which for me is Facebook ads. So for you could do a strategy like that, run an ad to it. But magazines and billboards, like even going on the news, I get no money from that. I was telling people, we pay a lot for publicity and all of that. You get no money from that. Like, the only thing we could do is take that, cut it up on social media, make it an ad, and now we're able to get leads and sales from being on the media. But alone, no money from that. Been in Essence, Black Enterprise, Forbes, Business Insider, Entrepreneur.com, all the big ones. Inc. 3 to 4 times. We have an Inc. award. No money comes from that. Only when I take it and put it into a format that is proven to give me leads and sales will I make any money from the media that I have.
Okay.
Yeah, but really good. I'm glad you're actually like doing something. That's the first step. But now we want to get you working in the right direction so that you can get money coming in. Because brick and mortar, you have serious bills every month. Like you have brick and mortar bills. So you have to make money every single month. Whether people come in or not, you need to have a sales engine that's getting you booked and you paid consistently.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Thank
really
you.
good. Give it up for Monet. Give it up for Monet. Awesome. Was that good?
Yes, that was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Of course, you're welcome. All right, y'all heard it from Monet. It doesn't matter if you come alone. It doesn't matter if you come as a group. You need to be at Black Women Sell Live. Now, I told y'all, I was very clear with y'all, okay, that you only will get to come to Black Women Sell Live for $199 if you buy your ticket while we are live. Otherwise, that is going to go away. That actual offer is going to go away. So let me tell you, here's what we're going to do. We are going to give you guys 20 minutes on the clock, 20 minutes on the clock to get your seat to Black Women Sell Live. You heard from some of the amazing business owners that are coming. You heard from someone who's already making $1 million who has her ticket. You've also heard from someone who's just starting out, first 5K, they want to get their ticket. So it doesn't matter where you're at on the scale, you need to be at Black Women Sell Live. But I can show you better than I can tell you. So I actually made y'all a little something. Watch this video to see why you should be at Black Women Sell Live. If you have any questions, get them answered while we are live, because once the countdown timer hits 0, these tickets are gone. This page that we have up just for our Make More Sales community is coming down, okay? It's coming down. So check this out, you guys. If you're a Black woman entrepreneur who sells services and you're doing anywhere from $50K to $5 million a year, this video is going to cover 2 things for you. First, what Black Women Sell Live 2026 actually is and what you're going to walk away with. And second, how it's helped women just like you, women who are already in business, already selling, already making money, close bigger deals, sign corporate contracts, raise their prices, and make more in a single quarter than they possibly made the entire year before. Now, this is specifically for Black women who are already in business selling professional. All right, my team told me that the audio is low. Let me see if I can get the audio higher for y'all, because I want y'all to get this information. We'll see what we can do. But let me tell y'all something else. If you are trying a sales strategy that does not work, how about you try a different strategy? Like, don't assume, you guys, that just from trying out a strategy, like even if it doesn't work or whatever, like don't assume that that's all you need to do. You need to keep tweaking it until it works. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I think that right now what's happening is that it is a lot more, I think it is a little bit more challenging than in other years past to make sales and to do what needs to be done. And so our response to that was not doing less. Our response to that was actually doing more. So our response to that was, how do we do more to show our expertise, which is why we're showing up live more this year than we did last year. It's why we're creating more assets, more videos, more proof, so that you all know that if you work with Speak Your Way to Cash Live, you don't have to worry about, is it gonna work? Is it not going to work? Like, you already know that we're the truth. That's why y'all join me on this show every morning, okay? So I want you all to understand that, yes, it may be more challenging, but no, that does not let you off the hook. You still are able to get it done. Now, if you need resources and you don't have this book, comment book, and my team will make sure that you get that book. It is phenomenal. And this was the Millions from the Stage workbook we gave out this past weekend. That session was amazing. Y'all, we do not play games, okay? The level, like if you come to our event and you're like, I don't know how to sell, you will leave knowing what to do to sell, okay? Like, this is not one of those events where you go to and it's all motivation. Like, no, you will come to our event not knowing how to sell. You will leave with tactical, strategic information. Why? Because I believe that if we do not give tactical, strategic information, then we are not doing our people a service. The only way I serve you on a high level is by giving you tactical, strategic information. So even when you look at how we coach on this show, the information that I'm talking about, I'm very specific. And for everybody's business, whether it was a brick and mortar business or a craft coaching empire, it does not matter. There were strategies and tactics, and I pulled from what? Experience. This is what's getting a lot of y'all caught up out here. I'm gonna just say it. Stop hiring coaches that don't have experience. Okay, that's number one. That's number one. Like, y'all are hiring people who don't got no experience. They don't do stuff themselves. They outsource everything. They don't even know what you're talking about when you talk about your ads. They don't know. Okay, they don't know. Millions from the Stage currently is a client-only book, okay? So it is not only for coaching businesses, it's for anyone who sells services. So if you sell services, you should be in the building. Like if you're a Black woman entrepreneur, you sell services, you wanna grow your community, you wanna host events, if you wanna sell, you should be at Black Women Sell Live. Also, y'all, it really doesn't matter what your business is. There's no way you come to this event and you do not get your life. It's just impossible. It literally is impossible. We have a billionaire speaking. Anyone already made $1 billion? No, exactly. So come to Black Women Sell Live and learn what you need to learn. Like, there's so few Black women that have scaled to $1 billion. It took me so long to find them. There's like less than 10, okay? Less than 10. So if there's less than 10 that I could even find in the US, right, living right now, then how exactly, like, this is an unheard of opportunity for you to be that. This price is gonna end when this show ends. We are unpublishing this page. And this price, if the price is a problem, you got other problems to work on. But like, it's only $199 for you to get your ticket right now. Not because you don't have it, but because we wanna make this an easy no-brainer. This is for people growing businesses. And let me explain. Growing a business means that you understand it's gonna take time, it's gonna take money, it's gonna take energy. It's going to take you investing in your business. What you don't know is costing you millions of dollars in unearned revenue and unearned relationships, and you are not moving at the pace that you need to move at. I was talking to my team this morning about how we're moving faster this year. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Marvick is dropping the link. It's a special link just for people who are on this show right now. This link will come down immediately when we close this show. Marvick, give her the link. Thank you so much, all right? Okay, y'all, I think we're back up on the video. Let me know if you all can hear. If you're a Black woman entrepreneur who sells services and you're doing anywhere from $50K to $5 million a year, this video is gonna cover two things for you. First, what Black Women Sell Live 2026 actually is and what you're going to walk away with. And second, how it's helped women just like you, women who are already in business, already selling, already making money, close bigger deals, sign corporate contracts, raise their prices, and make more in a single quarter than they possibly made the entire year before. Now, this is specifically for Black women who are already in business selling professional services. My coaches, consultants, lawyers, accountants, therapists, doctors with their own practice, speakers, practice owners who are already generating revenue and who are ready for what's next. If that's you, keep watching, because what I'm about to show you was built for exactly where you are right now. Now, I'm hosting a 3-day business intensive designed to help you make more sales, build a specific sales plan to reach your next revenue milestone, and do it all while building the one thing you cannot put a price tag on: community, with other Black women entrepreneurs who are achieving unimaginable levels of success right now in 2026. And here is what that has looked like for women who have already come through this event. I want you to hear from them.
Since working with Ashley, we have closed $100,000 webinars.
I landed my very first high-ticket paying client, my very first 5-figure contract.
I walked away with $210,000 in leads. 2 signed contracts and 1 forthcoming.
My ultimate annual salary was twice what I expected to bring in.
$125,000 sales month.
$274,131 to date.
I have secured a corporate contract with a $1 billion company, a $50,000 contract, a 5-figure contract, my first 5-figure corporate contract, my first $50K month, a 5-figure contract,
$18,000,
$27,000,
$75,000 contract,
$141,400,
$685,000,
$30,000,
$20,000.
We've grown our revenue to over $3 million.
Now, one more thing before we get into exactly how this works. We actually practice what we preach. And what I mean by that is I have personally used every single sales strategy we teach at this event in my own business. Not as theory, but in my own business with my own money on the table. I started owning a law firm in legal services, so I know what it is to sell expertise in a credentialed and licensed professional space where people respect your degree and still try to negotiate your rate down to nothing. Not to mention, I've also sold professional consulting services to large corporations. I have also closed 5-figure and multi-5-figure corporate consulting contracts with companies like AbbVie Pharmaceuticals, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and FCB. I know what it's like to walk into a procurement meeting as a Black woman and walk out with a signed deal. I have sold from stages, closed consulting retainers, built and scaled coaching programs, over 11 million in personal sales, 14,000 paid customers, both B2B and B2C, corporate and individuals, and every sales vehicle we teach, I have personally used. All that to say, nobody Nobody else running a business event for Black women entrepreneurs has this kind of track record across this many markets and this many sales vehicles. Not even close. But look, as you know, any event out there can pull their best testimonials and plaster them on a page. Cherry picking your best client, your best month, your best result, that does not prove anything. So here's what I want to do instead. I want to tell you exactly what every single woman who leaves this event actually takes with them, because that is what actually matters. You are going to leave Black Women Sell Live with 3 finished documents in your hand. A 1-page sales plan where your revenue is coming from, who you are selling to, and exactly how you're going to close them. A 1-page marketing plan, every place your ideal client lives, how they find you, and how you move them cold to ready to invest. And a 1-page operations brief, because your ceiling right now is probably not your offer. It is that you are still one of the best at selling in your company. This brief is how your team learns how to close without you being a part of every conversation. Now, each of these documents is going to be 1 page each, because if your plan needs too many slides to explain it, it may never get executed. You build all 3 live in the room on day 3. You leave with them in your hand. You implement them the moment you get home. And here is the challenge that we put in front of every single woman who walks through that door. We want you to make more revenue in Q4 of 2026 than you made all of 2025. Now, I'm not making any guarantees, so this is my disclaimer. Results are not typical. You have to do the work. You have to decide what you're going to do. But that is my challenge to every single woman coming to this event. Not a little more, 3 times more. Make the plan for that. And we want you to do it for 1 quarter. This event is literally days before Q4 starts. And we do not just throw that number at you and send you home with ideas. We build the plan in the room together. So if that is already enough and you want to grab your seat, click the button below this video right now. Fill out the short application and choose your track. VIP and platinum tickets are extremely limited. Last year, our event sold out completely. Now, if you want to know more about how this works and why it works, just keep watching. I want to tell you something personal for a second. Every year when I start planning this event, the first question I ask myself is, what does this room actually need to hear right now? Not what sounds good, not what sells tickets. What do these women actually need? And this year, the question kept me up at night, because I was watching what was happening around us in 2026. The Voting Rights Act, Section 2 repealed. DE&I programs dismantled across corporations, universities, government agencies gone. 350,000 Black women forced out of the workforce, not laid off, pushed out systematically. Contracts pulled, opportunities closed, doors that were cracked open shut again. And I kept thinking about the theme for this event. I originally thought about making the theme legacy, about the women who came before us, about inheritance and lineage and what we were building for the generations that come after, and that was real and that matters. But I sat with what was happening right now, not 150 years ago, right now in 2026. And I realized that while legacy is important, it's not the word this year. This year, the world is different. Because when they repeal laws that were supposed to protect you, you fight back. When they dismantle the programs that were supposed to open doors for you, you fight back. When they push 350,000 of us out of the workforce thinking they will quietly disappear, you fight back. And the most powerful way a Black woman entrepreneur fights back in 2026 is not necessarily just with a picket sign, but it is with a plan. It is with a sales system that does not need their approval to run. It is with corporate contracts that put you across the table from the same institutions that tried to count you out. But they're exactly what we're doing September 25th through 27th. Now, let me tell you why you specifically need to be in this room. Right now, there are approximately 300,000 women entrepreneurs globally making over $50,000 a year. 88% of solo Black women business owners make under $50,000. The average is $24,000 a year. We face a 3 times the workforce in 2026, which means the women in this room are not just building businesses, they are building lifelines for themselves, for their families, for all of that. 350,000 of us have been pushed times higher loan rejection rate than white business owners with identical credentials. 61% of us are self-funding everything. And now, on top of all of that, 350,000 of us have been pushed out of the workforce in 2026, which means the women in this room are not just building businesses, they are building lifelines for themselves, for their families, for the women coming behind them who are watching to see if it's actually possible. The empowerment conferences will not show you that math. The Girl Boss Summits will not address what is actually happening out there. They will clap for you, hug you, cry with you, take photos, and send you home with a highlighted notebook, and your revenue will not change because motivation is not a fight back strategy alone. A plan is. And here is something I need you to hear. A lot of the women watching this video right now are doing referrals and word of mouth, and it's working. but it's not consistent. Some months are great. Some months the pipeline is empty and you have no idea why. And you cannot scale it because there is no system. It is just roulette. Some of you are posting content every single day and waiting for the algorithm to decide if your business grows this month. That is not a business. That is gambling. Some of you have been networking, speaking for free, sending proposals that never got answered, sitting in rooms where you are the only one who looks like you, and wondering if you are doing something wrong. You are not doing something wrong. You were never shown the right system. There are 7 sales vehicles for professional service experts. Most women are maybe using one. We are gonna teach you all 7 and which ones belong in your specific business based on whether you sell to corporations, small business owners, or individuals. Because the fight back is not just emotional, it is structural. You need leads that do not depend on an algorithm. You need a close rate that does not depend on whether the right person saw your post that day. And you need a team that sells for you so that your revenue does not stop when you stop. This is what we are building in September.
It has allowed my business to grow tremendously.
I feel more confident in my pricing. I feel more confident in the value that I provide. Being scared of selling and pitching and hitting people up, all those fears are gone. I can't use being an introvert as an excuse anymore.
I'm changing my mindset hour by hour since I've been here.
I have clarity. Everything is written out and it's not living in my head for the first time in my business. I've got calls lined up. People are paying me for my expertise.
I think I've become more fearless. Like if I get feedback, I just act on it. Like I don't hold back. I don't overthink anymore.
I've grown tremendously, not only as a business owner, but as a woman, as a wife, as a mom. It has allowed me to just stand more powerfully in who I am.
Now, here is something that makes the event completely different from everything else in this market. This event is built around women who look like us, who did more with less. And every single day of this event, I am gonna have a Black woman or a descendant of a Black woman millionaire standing on the stage to tell you how you can do it too. They're not there just to inspire you. They're there to show you exactly how they did it so you can take the same principles and apply them to your fight right now. Day 1 closes with a descendant of Maggie Lena Walker, the first Black woman to charter a bank in the United States, 1903. No capital, no institutional access. The system was not built for her. The institutions were not going to include her. So she built the institution herself. She did not wait for permission. She fought back by building something they could not take away. If you are a builder trying to lay the foundation that actually lasts, this is the blueprint closing out day 1. Now day 2 closes out with the great-great-granddaughter of Madam C.J. Walker, the woman who started with $1.50 and built the first female-led, self-made $1 million empire in American history, without access to capital, without a safety net, with a world that was actively working against her at every level. She fought back with a sales force of 40,000 agents who multiplied her revenue while she slept. She fought back by building a machine that ran whether or not anyone in power decided to help her. If you are a grower trying to break through to your first 7 figures, that is the exact fight back strategy closing out day 2. And billionaire Dr. Trisha Bailey closes the entire conference out on day 3. She is the richest Jamaican-born woman in the United States. Her name is on a building at the University of Connecticut. She is not closing this event out to give you a speech. She is closing it to show you what the fight back looks like when you take it all the way. When you do not stop at your first ceiling or your first million or your second ceiling or your third, when you build to $1 billion. 3 days, 3 women, 3 chapters of the same fight. Builders need chapter 1. Those of you seeking your first 6 figures. Growers need chapter 2. Those of you seeking your first $500,000. And scalers need chapter 3. Those of you aiming for your first or your second or your third or your fourth or maybe even your 10th million. And every woman in that room needs to understand that this is not just about history. This is about your playbook. Now, let me walk you through exactly what each day covers. Day 1 is all about unlimited leads. Every place your next client is sitting right now. Every channel and platform and relationship for corporations and small business CEOs and individual professionals. Sessions include turning bias into Benjamins, how to take every single obstacle that is working against you right now in 2026 and make it work for you instead. Then we have the lead matrix, how to find every source of new clients that your business should be looking to right now simultaneously. Then we have a session called Who is Your Buyer? How corporations buy different than individuals, how small business CEOs are a third market entirely. We break down all 3. Then we go into $1 million offers for expert service providers, why your current offer structure is leaving money on the table. Then we go into how to re-engage your former clients. The fastest money in your business is already in your contact list, and we are going to go get it. Then we do something called messaging metamorphosis, live hot seats with me where I am coaching you on the exact language you should be using to convert. Your path to wealth is your words. And if you don't know how to strategically, systematically weave them together to build a case for your offer, you will after Black Women Sell Live. Now, Now, day 2 is all about sales vehicles that work in 2026. We're going over all 7 of them: speaking, sales calls, LinkedIn, direct outreach, and more. We're gonna talk about which ones need to be in your business right now, which ones match your market, your personality, your phase. And then we're gonna go into corporate contracts unlocked, your blueprint for landing large organizational institutional clients. This is where big checks live. And in a year where DE&I programs have been dismantled, Black women need to know how to walk in and still close deals. Then we're gonna go over sales call mastery, whether you have had a formal sales process or you're starting one for the first time. Then we're gonna talk about direct messaging and the dollars that are in your DMs if you use them, LinkedIn, and other social media platform strategies you can use to close more deals. Then we go into the Experts Close, where I take 10 years of data on us doing events and selling and put it into a case study to show you strategies you should be using to leverage events to sell more services. The great-great-granddaughter of Madam C.J. Walker closes us out on day 2. Now, day 3, we're gonna build your plan. We're gonna work your plan. We're gonna do the Q4 challenge launch, where we set your 3 times number, specific, real, and we make it yours. We're gonna build your 1-page sales plan, your 1-page marketing plan, your 1-page operations brief. We are gonna build you out a sales team plan that produces without you. When to hire, who to hire, based on whether you're in the build phase, the grow phase, or the scale phase. We're gonna talk about selling as an expert and scaling and what that looks like, and selling as an introvert and scaling and what that looks like. And then Sunday night, we close with a gospel concert. Because after everything you built in that room, after seeing the math clearly, after sitting in a space of 1,000 Black women experts who all decided to fight back, you need to feel what is possible. Not just for your business, for your life, for your family, for every woman coming behind you who needs to see that it is actually possible. And I want to say something about the room itself, because this might be the most important thing I say in this entire video. 48% of female entrepreneurs have 0 mentors. For Black women, it's even worse. The higher you climb, the more alone you may feel, because there are not enough Black women at the level you can call when you need real advice. That's why we're bringing in not just millionaires, but a billionaire. And in 2026, when 350,000 of us have been pushed out of the workforce, when programs designed to create access have been stripped away, that isolation is even more real. That changes the moment you walk into the room with 1,000 Black women experts, all at different phases of the same journey, all fighting back in their own way. From builders sitting next to scalers and growers sitting next to women who've already crossed 7 figures last year, the referral partnerships, the collaborations, the mentorships that nobody formally arranges, but that happen naturally when you put us in a room together. That's what you're coming into. These connections are worth more than any single session in the agenda. You are not just buying 3 days of an intensive training. You are buying your way into a community that can last with you a lifetime.
I'm so excited to be one of the many Black women who are in here thriving, to be in a community with women and led by a woman who is killing it. I mean, it has been 10 out of 10 for me.
We've gotten vulnerable and open with each other early. I just didn't have to do everything on my own.
The women that were in the room, I looked at them as trusted people because they've already been vetted.
The things that they do, from sending me that special gift on my birthday, sending me flowers, you're never alone and they're never tired of you.
Before I joined, I prayed for community, and that's exactly what I found. People that care about me, not just for my business, but as a person.
I was lonely. This community gave me what I needed to excel.
You know, I'm locked in for life, right? I love you.
Now look, I know what some of you are thinking. I have been to events before. I spent the money, I came home, nothing changed. And I believe you. I believe every single word, because those events were not built to fight back with you. They were built to make you feel good enough to come back next year. They hand you a generic playbook made for someone else. They do not address the fact that you are self-funding everything while being the primary breadwinner. They don't acknowledge that you walk into rooms and get underestimated before you open your mouth. They do not talk about what it costs to be operating in 2026 as a Black woman building a business while the world is actively reorganizing against you. But we do. I don't know if the timing is right. You may be thinking that. And I want you to sit with that for a second. 350,000 Black women were pushed out of the workforce. DE&I has been dismantled. The Voting Rights Act, parts of it have been literally repealed. And you are asking if the timing is right to invest in a plan that makes your business untouchable. The timing has never been more right. The fight back is not something you can delay. We have 1,000 seats. Now, close to 50% of those seats, as of the recording of this video, were already gone. We have close to 5 platinum tickets left and a handful of VIPs. Now there's 4 ticket types. A justice ticket type. That's the ticket type that our sponsors help to fund, so you can get in the door and be a fly on the wall. We have a general ticket type where you're able to get in the room and get a digital workbook and come to weekly pre-event trainings that are happening every week leading up to the event. We have a VIP ticket type that gives you a printed workbook. You get early access to getting in the room. You have a private VIP and platinum mixer. And we have a platinum ticket type. It's our highest tier ticket. In a sea of 1,000 women who are incredible, I take 15 of you who are platinum ticket holders, and we have an intimate networking session and coaching experience only for us over lunch. You get gifts, you get reserved seating about 10 minutes before the event starts. You are our special guest for the weekend. Now, we have had all kinds of women come to these events. It's for women who have a business, women who have a plan, women who have a desire to grow. If you want to stay where you're at, don't come. If you want to make excuses more than you want to make away, don't come. But if you are ready to be pushed, I promise you, I will push you over this 3-day intensive. Join us at Black Women Sell Live 2026. I can't wait to see you there. Get your ticket below. All right. All the feels. Oh my gosh, you guys. I wanted to make sure you knew exactly what you were getting into. I'm a big fan of being clear about the opportunity. And I just want to let you all know you have 1 minute and 45 seconds until that page is unpublished. Y'all, I'm about to put my hand on the unpublished thing myself so that as soon as that timer hits 0, it is literally unpublished. Look, if you are a woman watching this right now, there's only one of 2 reasons you'd be watching. One, you just think that I'm cute and you wanted to see me this morning. And I get that because your girl is cute. But 2, and this is the more likely reason, you know you need to grow your business. You know you need to make more sales. Whether you're at 50K or 5 million, you know you should be playing at a higher level. And there is no one better to help you to play at the highest level than me, because I push myself. And I do think that it's important for you to be pushed by someone who has a high standard for themselves. If you're not, then what exactly are we doing? So you all have less than 1 minute left to get in the door. And I just want to make sure that I talk. But some, I think, just entered the live. Yeah, so we have 1 minute left, y'all. 1 minute left. I know some of y'all just got here. Just so you know, we are running a quick sale on the Black Women Sell Live event tickets. They just watched a 20-minute presentation on what the event is, what you get. You heard me coach people live. It would be, great. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments. Will Black Women Sell Live be beneficial for someone just starting, or do you offer something else for women who are just starting out with no experience? If you are just starting out and you need to make sales, you need to be a Black Women Sell Live. Okay? Like, we don't have any, you don't need a beginner's program because you're probably not a beginner. You're just taking the experience that you have and using it to grow. But you don't want a beginner's program. You want to come to a program that's about sales, because I don't care where you're at in your business, you need to make sales, okay? So, very good question. If you all have other questions, let us know. That price, the clock hit 0. Here's what I'll do. Marvick said some of you all literally just got here. So what I will do is I will put a 4-minute timer on the clock. I'll put 4 minutes on the clock. Let me do that now. And then what we can do is give you guys that time. But after this, we really are closing it out because your girl actually has to go work. So I got to go make some sales today, like I be telling y'all to do. I'm going to go pitch some new sponsors and do my thing today, okay? Get myself together, all right? Check it out. If you don't know what the event is, look at this.
Ooh, I don't need y'all either. Ooh, don't wanna talk about it. Ooh, like I don't know nobody. Like I don't know nobody. I guess I don't. Oh, you mad, huh? Oh, you mad, huh? Whoa, oh, you mad, huh?
Anybody tired of making excuses as to why your client chose somebody else? Anybody sick of the market determining their revenue? Anybody tired of letting people's opinions of you determine your own?
If you have faith the size of a mustard seed, the least of the seeds, work with that. Work with it. Believe him for something and then take the next step.
Everything that you have gone through in your life is exactly the reason why you will be successful. There is not a downtrodden situation, a familial abuse, a personal attack that will not equip you for your next level. If you look at the stories of a lot of champions, they get dark because champions had to be cultivated to be strong. And the very trial that you're saying is a curse is probably the weight that is coming to make you strong.
We do not have to settle. We do not have to be manipulated. We can have anything we want as soon as we want it. How many of you are truly ready to make this your time?
I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
If I see something that's not right, I call. If I'm confused, I call. If I can't do it alone, I call. Calling is strong. Calling is brave. Calling is how we grow.
Failure is a necessary ingredient in the recipe for success. And so the minute you embrace failure and understand that you fail forward, then nothing can hold you back.
I am not LeBron James, all right? Come on now. The only way you can win is with the threat of losing. So you have to have that threat of losing. It is not wins and losses, it is wins and lessons.
I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Go on, tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge.
All right, family, we had a time. We're going to have a time tomorrow. So if you have your Justice ticket, another huge bonus is you get invited to be on the Make More Sales show. So I may actually be coaching you live tomorrow. Shout out to all the people who got their tickets, y'all. 15 seconds on the clock, 15 seconds on the clock. Welcome to the event, Alicia. Welcome to the event, Camille. Welcome to the event, Raquel. And welcome to the event, Namishi. I hope I didn't butcher that, sis. So I will see you guys there. We're about to end this live. I'm going to count it down from 10. So if you all are on the checkout link, you have time. Hit them with the 10, the 9, the 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we are shutting this thing on down. And as always, on this Good Monday or Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday, I'm not sure. On this Good Tuesday, I want you all to make more sales and live more life. I'm Ashley Kirkwood, ladies and gentlemen, and I will see you tomorrow for the Make More Sales show.